Hi, it's me again. I decided to do another vlog because some people said good and was okay, which was surprising but pleasing. So for this one, I'm just gonna make me sound quite narcissistic and not much of a bad thing, but I've decided to sort of do it to introduce you all to the music project that I've just pronounced that wrong. The music project that I'm currently working on uh, under a different name, and the solo EP that I recorded, well, finished recording last month and released. I've not really done a lot after releasing it. I mean, I played like one solo gig, and currently in the process of booking some more. But as bad as it sounds, I'm kind of proud of it. So I thought, I'll tell you all a bit about it. Cause personally, I prefer it when songs have got like a bit of a story behind them. So that's what it's about. So the name of the EP is Otter Trash, which is a really shit pun. And I decided to call it Otter Trash because oh shit, I like otters, but they're not my favourite animal. But I'd say they're in my top 7. And I like otters because, like, I don't know how many of you know this, but when like two otters are in a lake together, they all pause when they go to sleep, so they don't float away, and I just think that's nice. Like, people can learn from otters. So that's why I decided to name it after otters. And I was doodling one day, and I came up with this drawing with an otter wearing a hat, so I used that as a cover art. I like otters anyway, I like hats, so the two just seem to go together. And I'm doing it under the name On the Glow. Not entirely sure where that came from. I just thought it sounded good. Like a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a couple of people, asked me where the name Amigo came from. And to be honest, I don't know. I mean, it literally translates as soul blues, which isn't actually what the type of music I play at all, really. But I just, thought it sounded cool, and I think having soul in music transits from, more than just soul music. Like, I think, if you put literally a heart and soul into a song, then that is soul music. So, that's sort of the main theme we're going for that. The first song on the EP is a song called Crying Over You, which, the bare bones of which I've actually had nothing about since I was still at school, as weird as that sounds. But the basis for that was basically Crying Over You was initially meant to be sort of, not a love song, but a love-hate song. It's like not hating anyone, but like sort of having the relationship with somebody where either you're like this or you're like this at each other. But what it ended up transitioning to this, um, after a long time thinking about it and sort of working on a song and changing lyrics around, I initially, but a bit, I eventually came up with this idea to sort of try and capture the feeling of when the reality of a situation, like a bad situation, when basically you've been a bit of a bastard to a lot of people. Basically, what that feels like when suddenly it's you that you are the one in the wrong and that you're responsible for a lot of like hurt and stuff. And that's the sort of the basis of the song. But like a lot of songs on the EP, you probably noticed that I do put it into the context of a relationship. And when I do that, it's not like the song isn't always about an actual relationship. I mean, it might be influenced by relationships or friendships or relationships with family or just acquaintances or anybody really. But a lot of the time, I do generally put it into the context of, even if it is not a make believe relationship, but a sort of slightly fabricated relationship, because I know people say music is like the universal language, but I think for the majority of people, love also is as well. And if you are trying to put a message across, like in a song, love is a pretty good sort of package to wrap it up in. 'Cause it's one that a lot of us can relate to. So that's kind of what that song's about, pretty much. It's a lot of things in it. Not all of them are particularly nice, but that's what it's about. And I am proud of that song. It's probably like a song that I'm not most proud of, but I'm proud to say that I've put it together and whatnot. And Bleach would let me use a sample for it, which it's not the best produced song in the world. The one that I wrote, not them. But I put that in there, and they're great guys, and hopefully that I just thought I wanted to shed a bit of light on that because I am proud of it. I mean that song came from a lot of just went off my laptop. That song came from a lot of not very nice things that I've done in the past, but the sort of running theme within it was sort of about can you turn yourself around after you've been a massive prick. But we'll have to look at the rest of the EP to find out. So the second song on the EP is called Romeo Wasn't Built in a Day. I like Romeo and Juliet a lot, so I thought I'd slip that in there, Basically, like I said, we're crying over you again. It's another song that's in the context of a relationship, and it is partially influenced by relationships, friendships, etc., etc. But basically, the whole theme of this song is the disease of perfectionism and expecting people to be something that nobody could be, because the thing that you're wanting them to be is like inconceivably perfect, and nobody is perfect. Like nobody, and it is about sort of being a control freak and expecting far too much from people, like and treating people like shit along the way down, and then regretting treating them like shit because you realise what the mistakes you've made in being such a obsessive arsehole. Again, I'm pretty proud of this song. I mean, some parts of it I sort of chopped and changed quite a lot, and I'll probably continue to chop and change because I am happy with it. But I don't know. Again, the disease of perfectionism. See, even it still goes on. Um, but that's basically what that song's about, and I am proud of that one too. And I haven't played it live yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it live. And one day in the future, possibly, maybe, hopefully, I would like to play that song as like a heavier song with a full band because I mean it does translate well acoustically. I've played it acoustically just privately, but I would like to play it with a full band. I'm just playing with a full band. Oh, I thought I paused it and I haven't. After that there is an interlude called In Limbo Part 3. Basically that's just me banging about with a wah pedal, and then I put another track over the top of it. It's called In Limbo because I already had some songs called In Limbo and In Limbo Part 2, so Part 3 seemed to pattern on pretty well from that. Then it's basically just a sort of floaty, psychedelic little instrumental. Sorry. There's not really much more to it than that. I think, mecha it what you will. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. So I prefer it if you would like it, that'd be nice. I'm really not selling this well on it. So the fourth track after In Number is a song that, well it's not really a song, but basically based on a spoken word like piece that Louise Distress released quite a few months ago now actually. And she gave me the permission to use the audio for it, which was amazing. Louise is fantastic. If you haven't listened to Louise, I seriously recommend that you do, because she's incredibly inspirational, and like, especially from my point of view as a female like singer, songwriter, etc. Like seeing her like do what she does and not compromise like artistry or values for anyone. Like, it is an incredibly inspiring thing to see someone doing that and doing well at it. I mean, she's playing bloody Glastonbury this year. But, like, you can't really check a stick at that. Um, but the song is, like I said, it is mostly a cut from the audio of the video that she released a while ago. It's basically in part of Pussy Riot, if you don't know what Pussy Riot, stand for. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion on it, but personally, I think, in a country where gay propaganda is being, banned, there's no such thing as fucking gay propaganda. People are being, you know, awful, but people are being treated inhumanly for being human, basically. I mean, and I don't know really how anybody. I mean, alright, Pussy Riot didn't, protest in the most subtle way, but pretty good on him for doing it. Someday, as, even if it is, a punk prayer or whatever, someday has to draw attention to these issues. And somebody's got to be brave enough to do it, and what they did is very brave. Because, not just in Russia, but a lot of places in the world, there's still these homophobic, misogynistic, chauvinistic, everything else is sick, fascist, etc., racist views that a lot of people still hold true. I mean, we live in a country where, the English Defence League is, gaining momentum, and it's inspiring to see, I mean, it's kind of feminist is coming at you. It's inspiring to see young women, like not that much older than myself, standing up for what's right, even if it is in a way that I know generally if you are trying to do something like that, you would do it in a way that wouldn't hurt or offend people. But if it didn't hurt anyone, but anyway, they have my full support, and Louise Sister, she's amazing. Like, she's an absolutely brilliant artist, and I can't thank them enough for letting me do this. Like, I just put some music to it, and sort of mess about on my guitar for a bit and stuck that along with it. But it is, I'm really proud to say that I've been able to, play a tiny little, tiny part in sort of, raising some awareness of what Pussy Riot, stand for, and what the entire, punk movement stands for, really. Because, like, people say to me, like, oh, you think you're punk because you wear or something stupid. And punk's not a hairstyle, punk's not between Sex Pistols, the Sex Pistols t-shirt. The punk's not, having ripped jeans or wearing spikes or anything. You can wear whatever the hell you want. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Punk's a mindset. Punk's an attitude. Punk's solidarity, and punk's, the way of life. And for others, it's the right way of life. They do say that the truth has a liberal bias, and whatever your opinion on that is, it's something that I personally believe, and I'm glad that it was represented in song form on here, and that I got an opportunity to contribute to it. So, I do like it's fun. So after that, like, all the, political and socialist sort of heaviness that comes with it. We've got a love song. I feel so like lovely doing it, saying, oh yeah, a real love song, like. But this is a song actually that I wrote when I was 16. With somebody I'm still in a relationship with now, and he knows who it is. It's basically when you meet somebody and you find it insanely hard to have any sort of platonic relationship with them. And by that I mean I don't just mean in a physical way. I mean like in a caring sense as well. Like that person's always going to be part of your life, and the sort of naive, innocence of like your first real relationship and whatnot. Like I sort of wanted to put that into song format, and I had the lyrics anyway. Like I said, I wrote them when I was 16. But I've composed some new music to it. It's got like a big string section on it. For Christ's sake. I'm proud of it, and I've it were nice to sort of do something that were a bit less serious or melancholy than everything else I've ever done. And it's got a lot of meaning to me 'cause the person that, it's sort of is based on is a fantastic person, and I doubt that I'd be reacting without that person today, and he knows who it is. So that sounds oh, that's easy. But it's nice to go after time now and again. And finally, I'm at the last song from Otter Trash and showing you it again, in case you've not seen it the first time. This song's called Dogma and got the title from my second favourite Matt Damon film. No, well actually Dogma is probably my second favourite Matt Damon film after Good Will Hunting. But I, I'm not entirely sure about the title from today. Probably was that. But basically, again, weirdly, it's a sort of positive song, which is really weird for me. I don't generally do positive songs. But yeah, the whole sort of thing down down the water, I didn't want to end the EP on a downer. I mean, I know it's not, I don't want to make it sound really like, pretentious. Not like, oh, it's such a journey. But I thought I wanted to, you know, end it on a sort of hopeful note because a lot of times I am kind of a pessimistic bastard. But I thought, for once I'm gonna put something good into this, and that's generally what I was trying to do. Like, there's a line in the song that goes, "Playtime might be over, but I will not bow down." And that in no way is that meant as a slur on my old bandmates in Majority Book whatsoever. That's for me that line was sort of I mean it's not a way of leaving that behind. There's no way I would ever be ashamed or well not even ashamed but I'd want to distance myself from what I did in Majority Book like musically because I'm incredibly proud of that band and it is awful that it ended like it did, but that was my fault and I have accepted that was my fault and I'm trying to become a better person now. Um, but I included that because, like I said, it is an important part of, me developing as a musician. That sounds pretentious. But, in a way, I sort of wanted to pay homage to it, to, the majority of the time. Because I'm incredibly thankful for everything that band gave me, like confidence, and I do regret every single day the way that I treat people in that band and things that I said, like, or fucking idiot. But I do hope that I've continued to grow up since then, and I just need to like sort of articulate it, but basically Dogma, it's not starting afresh, it's just building on the good parts of something. Like something that you've already experienced and like, well there is a lot of bad parts of it, but there are some good values and lessons that I can take out of it. Like, there's a line in the chorus that says, I'd be cheating myself if I stayed in the same place. And that didn't mean just in, geological terms of, moving around or whatever. That one was, to me, more like a statement about your, your emotional and mental um, well-being or state. Because, like, there have been times, that I've not been all there. And it was sort of me saying, like, I'd be cheating myself if I stayed in this place. And, sometimes, even though, sometimes I do revisit that place, I know that that is not a good place to be. So, it's nice to sort of say, fuck you to that place. But, yeah, it is quite a positive song, really, and I'm pleased with it. It's probably my favourite song on the EP, guys. Mostly just because of the wah riff. And I quite like the bass line on it. I'm pretty proud of the bass line. I always class myself more as bass furniture than a bass player, but I'm proud of that bass line. So that's pretty much the EP in a nutshell, really. I'll show it again. Yep. Shameless self promotion. This is oh, laptop's slipping again. This is Otter Trash by Annie Blur. Oh, not Tom Larch. Annie Blue. You can see the hair. Tell me what you like, and it's not knobhead. Um, it's available from my Facebook page, and you can find it on SoundCloud. I'm gonna put it on here on YouTube, like as soon as possible. I don't entirely know what I'm gonna do video wise. I might just don't know, put something really quick together. I thought about doing a video, but I mean I might do it. See what I feel like doing. It's burped again. That's 3 times in this video. That's ridiculous. Tastes awful as well. Not that you want to know that, but anyway, yeah. So thanks for listening to me rabbit on about myself. And I really appreciate anybody who's watched this video to the end. Even if you absolutely detest it, like still thank you for listening to me waffle on. And thanks for taking interest in my music and basically my thoughts and verbal diarrhea. And I'll see you very shortly. I mean, oh, I'm really bad at these. See, I always mean to write down what I'm going to say, and then I just think, no, I'll just wing it, it'll be fine. And then I end up rambling like this. So, I'll love you and leave you, and if you could check out my EP, well, you don't just say if you could. If you'd like to check out my EP, and I've continuously rambled on about it, I'd appreciate it very, very, very much. Alright, so, I'll see you all around. I don't know what that's. Bye bye.